All right, so as you can see, I have a number of different collectibles around the house, and collectibles is one thing that I kind of want to take a look at on this channel as well, too, along with the gaming and the tech, and always looking for new additions to my collectibles that I have around here. A wide range of different things from Transformers to Marvel, DC, and yes, I have some Funko Pop. Some is a little bit of an understatement, but I have them. As well as a lot of the horror genre, and probably my ultimate favorite, which unfortunately there's not a huge amount of collectibles out there for it, and that is the Go Lion Voltron. Huge sci-fi fan, horror fan, and all that, and I definitely love getting at all those. So, what we're actually going to take a look at today is something that I saw on another YouTube video that definitely would add to my collection and be something interested to order myself and see how it is. I want to take a moment just to say thank you to today's sponsor, Beam Eye Tracker. As gamers, you know that many of our games offer the availability of head or eye tracking within the game. It actually creates a whole nother level of interaction with your avatar or character within the game. These systems in general can cost upwards of $175 or even $300 to get the equipment to be able to take advantage of this. Be My Tracker actually offers that at a fraction of the cost. Available on the Steam store, you can get it for $29.99, and it uses a piece of equipment that many of us already have or is very easy to get a hold of, and that's a simple webcam. By installing Be My Tracker, you actually turn your webcam into a piece of equipment that can give you the benefit of taking advantage of that interaction within the game. Be My Tracker is actually compatible with over 200 games, including Star Citizen and many, many more, including driving sims, flight sims, and FPS shooters. And with a very simple install and setup, Beam Eye Tracker is a very easy way to get into the game on a whole nother level. I actually use Beam Eye Tracker myself, and I love the interaction that it gives me within the game, especially in Star Citizen, and it's a great add-on to any of the games that you enjoy playing. So to check out Beam Eye Tracker, click the link in the description and it'll take you over to the Steam store where you can check that out. And I want to say thank you again to Beam Eye Tracker for sponsoring. And now let's return to the video. NECA, who is a collectible manufacturer, you can use the link in the description if you want to check out their website. They have a lot of different collectibles available out there, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to Disney to horror, sci-fi, aliens, predators, all the classics like Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, and all of that. And they have blind boxes, mystery blind boxes, which on their first run, you were going to get somewhere between 10 to 14 different collectibles that would be a value of $400 for about $129. They did carry that over into further waves, and it is now $139, I believe, and you get anywhere from 10 to 14 collectibles with a retail value of about $400. They do have a smaller blind box that they have now that's $89.95, I believe, or $89.99, and that will give you a value of up to $200 in different collectibles with different genres available there. They also have a sci-fi along with the horror, as well as a pop and fantasy. But I got the horror box, and we're going to check that out today. And if this all turns out well and all that, hit the like and subscribe, and maybe I'll get the sci-fi one next. I would definitely say that the pop would be one that I would probably stay away from, because some of the videos I saw in the pop mystery box wasn't really any figures I'd be interested in. But there is some crossover between these as well with the horror and the sci-fi, because you got franchises like Aliens and Predator Predator not so much, but Aliens could definitely cross over into the horror genre as well too. They have things like the life-size Megan doll, then they have the life-size Chucky and Tiffany statuettes that definitely are something I'm interested in. The Megan, not so much. I like the movie, but I'm not sure I want a life-size Megan doll in my house. Almost seems a little too creepy for my taste. But we're going to take a look at this, and let's see what we got and see if we got the value out of it that they promise in the advertisements for it. So I already cut the tape on this, but we're going to go ahead and open this up and get rid of all this packaging. Actually, so the dog doesn't eat it, I'm going to throw it out. One of the many benefits of owning dogs is, well, they will eat just about anything they can get their mouth. So taking a look at this, I didn't get the full 14 figures, but I definitely got the 10. And we're going to take a look at what we got here. Looks like we have some definite interesting things in here. So let's go ahead and pull these out and take a look at what we got. All right, so the first thing we actually have is the Aliens, and this is the Panther Alien from the Aliens movie, although I don't really remember this one being in any specific Aliens movie. But as you can see here, the box is actually in great condition if you're a collector that likes to keep things in the box. No damage. On the first run of these mystery blind boxes, it was a lot of damaged box returns. Figures were all in good shape, but the boxes were damaged. Hang tags were mostly ripped or removed. But on these subsequent waves, it seems like the things that you're getting actually come in a pretty mint looking box. And if we open this up, we see that we have the Alien Predator there, as well as the accessories that go along with it in a gold and silver. And of course, a picture on the side of how it looks displayed. One thing to keep in mind with these subsequent waves, like I said, the boxes are all in really good condition. So if you're somebody who likes to keep these in the box, this actually works out pretty decently, but be aware there still could be a couple things with broken hang tags or little crush marks or things like that. But yep, we got the Aliens Panther, and I actually like that one, and I will definitely be happy to display that out on the shelves. And keep in mind that with these, again, they could end up being damaged. But I am not one to keep things in the box, so I will most likely be removing these to put these on the shelves. Much as you saw in the video of the collectibles I have around the house and everything, this will go out on the shelves and be displayed outside their boxes. So the next one that we have here is a Halloween 2, which Halloween is definitely one of my favorite horror movies. Actually, I remember growing up as a kid in Michigan watching that, and well underage, and my parents just let me watch it. And with this is actually a 2-pack of Loomis and also Laurie Strode. And of course, you get some hand attachments, pumpkin attachment, his revolver from the movie. And these are actually really nice looking. Again, the box is in really good shape. No real damage to it. Not even really any of the corners are crushed. Some definite scenes that you could do with the different collectibles that they make on the back. But overall, this is actually one of my favorite movie series, and one that I'll definitely be taking out to display that with the Michael Myers statuettes that I have. Next one we have, this is actually from the Universal Monsters, and this is the Wolfman. I believe that was played by, Lon Chaney, Man of a Thousand Faces. And this is actually one of 2 variants that NECA offers. They actually have these in color versions as well as black and white versions. I believe that this might be the black and white one. We'll take a look here in a second. But one of those classic horror movies that if you grew up in the 80s or even earlier, that they would play on TV and you would really get excited when you got to stay up late and watch those. And they always came on right around Halloween time, at least where I grew up in Detroit. And yes, this is the black and white version. See if you can get a better look at it there. So this is the black and white version. Comes with a couple of head options to choose from for this for the figure, as well as the inside cover with a pose. And then it looks like some of the hands. And it looks like the plastic is actually made for a couple spots for the hands that are on the figure, and a lot of great things there. It looks like it comes with a bear trap as well, and that's definitely going to be a figure I'll be happy to put up on the shelf. And actually, one thing I forgot to mention on the Wolfman, this is another one that is, the box is in excellent condition. There's no marks or crushed corners or hang tag damage on here. And again, the quality of the boxes is definitely much higher than what I saw on the initial videos showcasing this mystery blind box. All right, so our next one is Creepshow. And Creepshow is one of those shows that if you grew up in the 80s, they had on HBO. And I remember the one episode that I liked the most was The Crate. And I forget who all was in that one. But it was one of my favorite stories from Creepshow. Guy gets a crate, I think he inherited or won at an auction, and finds out that he can feed all his enemies and everything like that to it. I think he ends up feeding his ex-wife to it. And then eventually, moral of the story is he eventually gets eaten by it as well too. And on this one, again, the box, excellent condition. For those that are the type to keep them in the boxes, no marks on the box whatsoever, actually pretty crispy and mint. And this is actually going to be the Ultimate Creep action figure. And as you can see there, it's got the tannish robe. It also has some accessories with extra heads to go on it, as well as the candle, the Creepshow comic book, as well as the inside cover art there. And this is another one that was a favorite of mine growing up as a youth, and I will definitely enjoy having this one here. Again, excellent condition. We're just going to set them over there for right now. All right. Next one that we have is Zombo. And Zombo is actually from the Rob Zombie Monsters movie. And this actually is one, I've seen it once when it first came out. I don't really remember too much of it. But this is from the Rob Zombie Monsters movie from, God, I want to say it was like 2010s, somewhere in there. I think maybe 2017, 2018. And this comes with the figure in the black robe, as well as the poster that is shown there in his hand. And then this actually has some graphics on the back as well too. Again, the box is in excellent condition, no hang tag damage, and no damage overall with any of the corners. And this one I'll definitely be taking out because I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan. And also a huge fan of the Rob Zombie version of Halloween and Halloween 2. I think those were actually done extremely well. I did greatly enjoy them. I know they got a little bit of flack, but really, I don't think it hurt the franchise much any at all. And I think it's nice to see a different version of that story. Overall, if you haven't checked them out, I would definitely check out Halloween and Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie as well. And I think if you like the original franchise, you'll also like that one. We have the Count, or otherwise known as Grandpa from the Munsters. And again, this is going to be from the Rob Zombie version of the Munsters. And this is going to be the newer figure. And of course, again, the box is in pretty good condition. There's a few scuffs on this one here and there, and some of the corners are a little bit rubbed off. I don't think that's really the style of the box. But there are definitely some rub marks along different edges and stuff. But this is again going to be Grandpa from the Munsters from the Rob Zombie version, if I can talk here. And if we open it up, we see that he comes with a number of accessories, including a shovel, a different head, the cane, as well as different hands. And then actually well made and good looking figure on that with some different points of articulation. So that one I will be putting with Zombo on the shelf there. And more, not so much horror, more, satirical or comedy or something like that, but still a really great figure to have that's kind of in that genre. Next one is going to be another Universal movie monster, and this is actually, we were just talking about this, the creature of the from the Black Lagoon. This one, like I said, this was another one that came on around Halloween time that I really enjoyed. This, I think, is going to be the black and white version again, judging by the outside box. Overall, again, the box is in really good shape. No real damage or rubbing on any of the corners. The top lid is a little bit bent, but not horribly. And then all the corners and the hang tag are in great shape and all that. And if we open this one up, we see we got the black and white version. Again, inside cover art showing the figure off, as well as a couple of different heads and hands that come along with this one. And this one looks actually really good. I'm glad I got the black and white one on this, because I do like the black and white versions of these figures a little bit better. Just growing up seeing them in black and white. And this one will definitely get put with the Wolfman on the shelf there. Get a little closer view there. So far, right now, that's going to be 7 figures that we've gotten so far. And the next one that we have is The Conjuring 2, The Crooked Man. If you're a fan of The Conjuring 2, this also leads to things like Annabelle and things like that with the characters in that movie. And this was actually a good movie. If you haven't checked out the Conjuring series, I definitely recommend it. But this one was from the second one, and this is The Crooked Man. And I know the lighting isn't great in here, but the cover really is that dark. Again, box, great shape. Really not too much, if any, damage or scuff marks on it. Hang tags in one whole piece. I think some of the wear and tear that is showing on here is actually in the print, not on the actual box itself. And if we open it up here, we see that we actually get a number of different accessories, the inside cover art. We also have the kaleidoscope type lamp, a couple of different heads, hands, and of course the umbrella that he carries. And that figure actually looks creepy as frickin' sin. And definitely a good movie. Check it out. It's been a while since I've actually watched it. I'll probably have to go back and watch that series again. But that's The Conjuring 2 with The Crooked Man. And that is definitely going to be a great display piece. So it looks like we got 2 others left. This one and one other. And this is Misfits. And this is actually going to be The Fiend. And this has nice box art. And again, no wear and tear. This is one that I've actually seen pop up in a number of these blind boxes. And this is really a nice looking figure. It's not super highly detailed just because he's mostly cloaked. But it does have the extra hand as well as the candelabra. And the box is in, again, great shape. No real issues with the box if that's what you want to keep it in. But a nice looking figure overall, and seems to be one of the more common ones that you see in these blind boxes. All right, and this is going to be our last figure, and this is Hatchet, Victor Crowley. All right, so this is actually in the bubble package that you see more likely in a Target or a Walmart. And Victor Crowley here comes with the hatchet as well as what looks like a belt sander as well as an extra hand. Not too much as far as extra accessories that go with this. And overall, this packaging is in excellent shape. Though I wouldn't expect too much damage to really happen to the bubble molds. But nice looking figure. I'm not 100% caught up on this movie. Like I said, I think I may have fallen asleep when I was checking it out, and I don't really remember it too well. But this is actually a nice looking figure. And that's going to be the last one that we get in this blind box. So overall, we've got 10 figures. Yep, 10 figures. Some of the other things I've seen come in these blind box are different Ghostface variants, as well as Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, and along with a number of Chucky and Tiffany 2-piece sets and everything. Currently, right now, again, these are going on NECA's website for $139, I believe, right now. For the larger box, but there is a smaller variant that you can get if you want to get a smaller one. But overall, I'm very happy with it. And actually taking a look on the website and all that, a lot of these figures are no longer available as individual pieces on the website. Some of them still are. The Universal Monsters, I believe, still had the Wolfman on there. I didn't see the Creature from the Black Lagoon. They have a different Misfits figure on there than what we got in this box. And the Halloween dual pack actually is no longer available on there, as well as the Conjuring. So I think a lot of these things are also things that they still have left in stock that they are moving out and all that. In general, the majority of the figures of this size are going for $35 a piece. So I would say for our $129, we definitely got our money's worth in the overall figures. I couldn't be happier. I definitely recommend if you like these kinds of collectibles, give them a try. Make sure you go for one of the genres that you like the most. There is some crossover, like I said. There have been Predator type figures put in with the horror stuff. Aliens, I think, can definitely go into the horror because I think it kind of straddles the line between the sci-fi and the horror. And I will be enjoying opening these up and displaying them on the shelves around the house and everything. But if you like these kinds of videos and collectibles type stuff, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And leave me a comment. Let me know which ones of these you may have, or if there's a favorite NECA figure that you have that you like that you can recommend. And definitely enjoy hearing back from all you guys. I appreciate you being here for the video. And hopefully everybody will take care, and we will see you next time.